Well guys, leave it to Kansas to throw a wrench in the mix. Sunny earlier, snowing last week, raining currently. But John Wilburn just announced the No Name Nationals for 2023 and we have to get busy. We have to figure out which car we're gonna take. Are we taking the new free Grand Prix? Because JB's Little Shop's already got a shootout ready for this car. Do we take the fan favorite, which is the 63 Grand Prix with the LS swapped engine and the air ride? Or do we take a new project that we haven't even revealed yet? Truth be told, we still haven't even cleaned up the garage from the thrashing at No Name Nationals, the Suburban transmission debacle, and you know, we haven't even gotten the Grand Prix, the free Grand Prix, in the garage to really give it a good look. Pulled it in, checked a few things, put it back outside, and I gotta tell you, it needs a lot of work. The question is, will I be able to get it in better shape than it is now for No Name Nationals? And do you even want to see it at No Name Nationals? Like I said, it's already got a call-out race, so it seems to me that the supercharged Grand Prix already has a race ready to go. Now with that, the 63 Grand Prix already has a call-out race with Hunter from Sand Mountain Ballistics in his 63 Pontiac. He wants to line them up side by side and, you know, let's see what the old poncho power can do against the LS swap. And I don't want to hear the LS hate right now. We all know why I chose that, because it was cheap and sitting right there in my side yard. Y'all want to donate a Pontiac engine for that car, I will be glad to get it freshened up and put it into my Grand Prix. But how am I going to get the two cars there when I only have a one-car trailer? I mean, I guess I could pull one with the truck and then, you know, drive the other one. Get some friends together and maybe we all drive the cars that way. I don't know, that's a long way to go, and if something breaks, you know, it just seems like a lot to try to figure out. And I only have 260, let's say 2 days to get it done. So for those of you that don't know, No Name Nationals is a 2-day racing event, total 3-day event in Sikeston, Missouri. It's happening September 21st through 23rd. And it features drag race, bracket race, small tire, monkey bike competition, a burnout competition. It's all inclusive. The only catch is for you to enter this event, you need to have 500 subscribers on YouTube. So here's the deal. I joined up with No Name Nationals last year, thrashed to get a car done in 90 days to get to the event. We got it to the event. Now the question is, not only do I go? Just kidding. Of course I'm going. But what do I bring? So I've got a 1998 supercharged Grand Prix that I got for free from a subscriber that we're rebuilding on the channel. I've got a 1963 Grand Prix with an LS swap that I pulled out of the woods just 90 days before No Name Nationals and got it running and driving at the event. It's pretty cool stuff. But you know, I think I really need to up my game this time. I think I've got something else that we can reveal. That's right, guys. I have a 1982 Pontiac Trans Am. It's a 3rd generation Trans Am. This car I found in a barn. Picked it up for next to nothing. And it has seen some pretty rough days. I believe at one point they were racing it a lot of parts that I pulled out of the car that make me believe that. And you know, it's had some damage, like maybe it jumped the tracks or something. So for anyone thinking this is a pristine example of an 82 Trans Am, you'd be wrong. This is a garbage version. In fact, that driver's door is mostly Bondo. But you can see the car was originally red. Somebody rattle-canned it black. That was not me. I've never driven the car. It's never had an engine from the day I got it. My goodness, that sounds familiar. But we got a plan for that. So with this car, we're going to tear out all of the, basically what made the Trans Am great. All of its handling, all of the suspension. That's what made these third gens a much better vehicle than the second gens. We all love the second gen Firebird Trans Ams. I mean, obviously, they just had a better look to them. GM decided this car should be out on the track as well as on the road and handle just as good in both places. And if it wasn't underpowered, they did pretty good. I think we're going to fix the underpowered part. I'll show you what I got in a moment. In the meantime, what you gotta see is what's happening next. This car is going to take a radical transformation. So I've dubbed this car the Pontiac TransPlant. You know, play on words with a little bit of the Pontiac Trans Am and transplant, because we're going to transplant a whole lot of guts into this car. First off, 14-inch rims ain't going to do. We got to up that game a little bit. Dry rotted tires, not going to happen. Blown out shocks, nope, not going to work. In fact, I'm going to just rip the whole suspension out of it completely because, you know, Buff's garage. I just got to do something different. So here's what's happening. Do you guys remember the donor Suburban that we stole the engine out of to put in that 63 Grand Prix? It has suspension, brakes, the entire drivetrain ready to go, just missing an engine. Hold on. The engine's coming. No, it's not coming out of the 63 Grand Prix. We're not using that engine. I got another plan. But we're going to steal the drivetrain. That's right. We're taking a Z71 2005 Suburban's drivetrain, and we're going to strategically and surgically weld it and duct tape it and wire tie it into this car. Why? Why do I do anything? For your entertainment. But also, this car is going to be the only third generation Pontiac Trans Am all-wheel drive out on the track. Will it work? Who knows? It worked when I parked it, right? We know that. Can I make it fit? I don't know. But this car is basically garbage otherwise. It's, you know, it's scrap metal. So how do we take the parts from the Suburban without just shoving a frame under it, because that ain't what we're doing, and graft them into here and make them work? Well, for that, you're going to have to stay tuned to Buff's Garage and see. When the weather's good, we're going to get back on that Air Ride 63 and get it road-worthy, because currently we're still using the old vice grips to shift the shifter, and that's not going to cut it. We got to get the 98 Grand Prix firing on all cylinders. You'll see more of that coming up. And then this car, we literally got to unbury it. Don't ever store stuff on your cars, it becomes permanent. But we got to unbury this, get it cleaned off, get that suspension out from under it, roll that Suburban in here, yank the suspension out of it, and start grafting it together. Because we got 262 days to make this happen. And for the engine, yeah. Stay tuned. I'm headed to Ed's Machine this month, and I'm taking an LQ9, which is a 2004 Cadillac Escalade high output 6-liter, which is 400 horsepower from the factory. We're going to take that engine down to Ed's Machine in Arkansas, and he's going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We're going to put a fresh cam in it, get the crank polished, get some nice pistons going, and then we're going to bring it back and maybe put some whirly gigs on it. I'm going to hit up my buddy at Punisher Le Mans Garage and see if he can't help me out with mocking all that up. So stay tuned to Buff's Garage. I appreciate every one of you, and I'll see you at No Name Nationals.